Chapter 1, City of Stars. You are the crowd mass the organized chaos just beyond the curtain as you prepare to run the concert of the century. It's almost showtime, but before anyone takes the stage, let's get you a look that'll steal the show. Now let's pick your hair. I'm ready to rock this place. Estrella Villanueva. Alright, it's go time, people. Talk to me. Lights are hot and ready. And we're wired for audio and visual. When I say hit 'em with a little razzle-dazzle to kick things off, you touch a finger to your earpiece as it crackles to life, and you know just how to get the party started. Guitar riff. The band, when talent takes the stage, you are a go for sound. Copy, standing by for talent. Who has eyes in the main attraction? Talent's walking now, ma'am. Your assistant pulls the curtain aside for you. You manage to peek out just in time to catch a glimpse of your artist taking the stage. By the way, this is a single love interest book. I will show you all of the options. Let's go to female first. Now male options. Now for me to choose. London, are you ready for a show? With the sound of his voice, the crowd erupts, chanting his name. Who is your massive star? I'm gonna rename him. Jack, Jack, Jack! Jack brings the microphone to his lips. As he starts to sing, the audience comes alive, grooving to every beat. You've taken over my brain and made it so I can't think. Your body soothes my pain, but you leave and I can get weak. Jack rolls his hips on the beat to the excitement of the girls in the front row, but as he hits the bridge, his eyes meet yours. Only you can save me. Not only is he a dream to work with, but I'll be damned if he isn't easy on the eyes, too. Your focus locks on his undulating hips, and you lose yourself in the rhythm of them. Coffee order for Estrella? Until a voice pulls you from the London concert, you'd imagine back to the cafe in LA where you await your office's coffee order. That's me. You step up, and as the barista reads off the ticket to verify the order, you can practically hear the crowd. And one venti ice ristretto, 10 shots with breve, 5 pump vanilla, 7 pumps caramel, 4 sugars, shaken. I hate to be that girl, but can I have the last one poured instead? Derek in accounting could taste the difference last time. Oh, you poor thing. What can I say? It's all part of the joys of being the office intern, but it's worth it to work at the best music label in the country. Catch a glimpse of your office. Infinity Records through the shop window and feel yourself with pride. Besides, it's not forever. One day I plan to find the next great talent. My client list is going to be who's who of LA elite. Mark my words. You sound like someone I should keep on my good side. Don't worry about the coffee. It'll be right out. As you wait, your eyes catch on the wall-mounted TV on screen. A talk show host sips her coffee and prepares to dish the latest in LA dirt. Now, normally I'd say good morning and welcome back to Chatty Cathy Live, but I know what you're really here for. After all, it's no secret a certain wild child of pop has been naughty with a capital N, but don't take my word for it. The Chiron behind her shifts, revealing the actual Jack Kennedy sporting a killer tan, and not much else. That's right, Jack Kennedy was seen bearing all on a yacht ahead of his upcoming tour, and may I say, after all these stunts, Infinity Records must be sick of losing money every time Jack shows his ass. Am I right or am I right? As the studio audience burst into applause, the barista returns with your remade coffee. It's a shame he's on such a downward spiral. I used to really like Jack Kennedy. Honestly, with a strong PR plan and a dedicated manager, he could be back on top. He's got the right label for it. They can't be that great. They've got their best employee fetching coffees. Here you go. Thanks. You add the coffee to the drink carrier, but as you have the stack in your practice arms and head for the door, you're lost in thought. The barista's right. All I've ever wanted is to manage an artist on my own, but I've just been running errands. I know I can do more. I just need a shot, one shot, and I swear I'll make the most of it. A bell chimes the arrival of a new patron, and through the beginnings of a crowd, you spot a famous face. Oh my god, it's Jack Kennedy. At the mention of his name, the woman faints, and as Jack's eyes find yours in the crowd, he grins. Don't you hate it when that happens? And for a moment, you can't help but gawk, but as Jack starts to slip past you, swarmed by fans, your senses come rushing back. Wait a minute. Jack's here without a security. If something happens to him, it'd be a huge issue for the label. But if I can get him out of here safely, my boss will have to see I can do more than play fetch. Hastily, you block Jack's way, setting your coffee tower swaying. Mr. Kennedy, hi. I actually can't let you take on this crowd with no security. Too big for liability. Let me? And you are. Jack's smug grin stirs something deep inside of you, but you quickly tamp it down as you consider your next move. Clearly Jack's a spoiled celebrity, so if I'm going to get what I need, I'm going to have to convince him. But how? I should give him some tough love. You square your shoulders, letting authority color your voice. My name is Estrella Villanueva, but you can call me the girl who's here to save my ass. Now, I'm not going to ask you again. I don't think you asked me the first time. Jack fights back a smile, and as he quirks an eyebrow at you in challenge, you can't help but sit at the thrill it sends through you. That's because it's not a request. I work for Infinity Records, and I speak for the label when I say, you're out of bounds, Jack. I didn't anyone tell you, Estrella Villanueva. He saunters closer, giving you an opportunity to take in the tattoo sweeping down his well-built bicep. His lips full in a curve of grin, highlighting his chiseled jawline. His piercing eyes stare at you inquisitively, never once leaving yours. I don't like being boxed in. Jack maneuvers around you and you hurry after, hot on his heels. Jack, you can't be here without taking the proper security measures. You need to leave before you cause a riot. Then make me. He turns to face you with a blatant challenge, but as the irritation fills you, a paparazzo shoves past, thrusting a camera in Jack's face. Jack, over here! Hey! Oh, seriously, man, you again? Try Ty Jacobson with TMI. Total access. Jack, the world's of wants your opinion on Veronica's new album. At the mention of the name, his face goes cloudy when you quickly step in, tapping Ty on the shoulder. Excuse me, Mr. Kennedy isn't talking to the press today, so if you would kindly put down the camera. Oh, come on. As Ver's label mate and boyfriend, he's gotta know something he can share. 1, Ver is my ex. 2, I haven't heard the damn album because we don't follow each other's careers. Which may have something to do with why our relationship didn't work out. Now, if you'll excuse me. Or maybe you two didn't work out because she's this generation's best songwriter, and you're just a jealous has-been. What did you just say? Pain flashes across his face, and for a moment you can't help but feel bad for him. Then the severity of the situation sinks in. If Jack hits that man on my watch, I'm screwed. I've got to stop this. Think, Estrella, think. He confronts the paparazzo, and as Ty backs towards you, camera at the ready, you topple your tower, raining hot coffee down on you both. Ah! Unfazed, Jack takes another step. Fists clench as Ty tries to back down. He slips. In seconds, he's sprawled out on the cafe floor. Oh my god, did you see that? Jack totally punched that cameraman. Wait, what? I didn't. Before he can finish, fans surge, phones is up, records, and without a second thought, you grab Jack's hand. Come on, we've got to get you out of here. The two of you sprint to Infinity Records. The second you reach the safety of the office floor, you whirl around. IR artists are supposed to travel with a team of security for this very reason. If you had just listened to me, you wouldn't have tried to drown a man in Folgers. I hate to break it to you, Estrella, but I do a lot of things I shouldn't. How am I supposed to know this one could go belly up? Wow. You must be a glutton for punishment. That depends. Are you the one doling it out? His gaze locks on yours with an intensity that makes your knees weak, and you can't help the warmth that fills you. Your phone shakes with an alert from TMI. As you open it, a photo of Jack standing of the paparazzo, fist clenched, fills your screen. Pop star gets in fight with paparazzo at local cafe. That is not my best angle. If it helps, this isn't exactly my best look either. You gesture to your wet clothes, and as Jack's eyes linger on the clinging fabric, he makes an abrupt turn towards the C-suite. Oh, you look damn good to me, but if wet t-shirt contest isn't your vibe, there are plenty of other options right here. You shove the door to the executive closet open, and with a flourish, you hesitate in the doorway. One problem, these are for executive staff, and I'm not here or there yet. I touch these, and I'm as good as fired. Then I'll touch them for you. Before you can reply, his hands finds the small of your back, guiding you into the small room before closing the door behind you. Fine, but if I'm going to get away with this, I need to pick something professional. Oh, boo. Could you at least not try to emulate every label stiff I've ever met? It's hard getting to tell you all apart. As if you're not every pop star stereotype personified. We get it. You want us to think you're the sexy bad boy. You reach for a garment bag, only for him to catch your hand, and when you look up, he's inches away, his voice is a whisper. Don't touch. Remember? In the limited space, Jack leans in, his breath ghosting your face. Why not remove a garment bag from the rack behind you and offer it? Try this one instead. It's office appropriate, sexy as hell. Works hard for the money. Be all about the Benjamins. You ease the clothes off of the hanger, but as you reach for the hem of your blouse, you pause. You aren't going to step out? Posting a sentry at the door isn't exactly the best way to avoid being caught in here. Don't worry, I'm not looking. He turns his back, and for a moment, disappointment settles over you. Then an idea comes to mind. If he's not looking, then it doesn't matter what I do behind his back. So if he doesn't mind if I stand in the mirror's reflection, since he wants to stay, it's only fair I show him what he's missing. You glance over your shoulder and casually stand just within the mirror's range as you grip the hem of your blouse. Wait a second, Estrella, I can... But before he can finish, you pull the sticky shirt up over your head, exposing your barely contained breasts. What was that? You catch his gaze in the mirror. Slowly swipe at your chest. Your nipples press against the lacy fabric. Nothing. One by one, you shed your sticky clothes, letting them fall away as he watches that you slip on the silk blouse and skirt. You're, dressing pretty slowly for someone who doesn't want to be caught in here. It'd go faster if you gave me a hand. As he turns to face you, his eyes swipe you sweep over you from head to toe. Damn. Doesn't look like you need any help to me. The necklace? Draw a line across your cleavage towards the pendant perched between your breasts. Right. If you could just, He motions for you to turn. You do, limiting yourself to the feel of his fingers at your neck, his warm breath whispering. All done. You stash your clothes and hustle Jack back into the hallway before anyone notices where you came from. Now, I've just gotta get my boss to notice me. Jack looked you over with hungry eyes, fanning the flames in the pit of your stomach. Somehow, I don't think it'll be that hard. As you bask in the compliment, you glance over Jack's shoulder to spot your boss rapidly approaching. Do you have any idea what that little stunt out there is going to cost us? Gene, I know it looks bad, but I was there. It didn't happen the way they're saying it did. I'm all over it. I just need... But Gene breezes past you as if you hadn't said a word, angrily grabbing Jack by the arm. Mr. Deacon would like a word, now. You follow as Gene hauls Jack into the corner office bearing the letters CEO. There, Mr. Deacon swivels around in his desk chair. Jack, would you care to share the logic that went into attacking a paparazzo days before your tour? I never touched Jamie from Jerk Off Weekly, or whatever his name is. Estrella can vouch for me. Gene finally spares you a glance, his eyes studying your outfit before nodding with veiled approval. Right, the intern did say she was there. Intern? I thought you were a manager or something. I might have oversold things back in the cafe. Regardless, we've been fielding calls from venues on your tour route. They're canceling your dates left and right. Okay, so book some other venues. Isn't that what I pay you for? You pay us because your list of scandals keeps growing, and the label keeps footing the bill to clean things up. This tour was set to cover losses from your last crisis. Now it won't. We think it's time Jack Kennedy and I are part ways. With respect, can all this be solved by adding an optics clause to Jack's contract? The room quiets and it returns to look at you. Gene shoots you a damning glare. Still, you hold your ground. All of our standard contracts have one, and that way, if Jack pulls another stunt, we'll have the grounds to terminate. We have the grounds now. Besides, my team and I already spread too thin. We can't rebook dates with such short notice. Well, I can do it. I could even manage the first few appearances. Estrella, now is not the time for your self-serving agenda. Your eyes flash to Mr. Deacon, but as he stares back impassively, realize Jack's your best and only ally at the moment. Jack, please. Use me, okay. I need you. This is the chance I've been waiting for, and only you can give it to me. Give it to you, huh? Jack quirks an eyebrows. You realize the double entendre. You power through, feeling yourself warm. I meant professionally, obviously. Do you have any experience on the road? Well, not exactly. Have you managed any other artists? No, but... Oh, if I'm honest, it sounds like you don't know what you're in for at all. And for a moment, you could feel your dreams slipping away, and then Jack shoots you a grin. Which makes you perfect. When can you start? Oh, please. Well, Jack only wants you because he wants someone he can control. Mr. Deacon, I honestly think we should... Estrella doesn't mind that I'm not going to go easy on her, do you, Estrella? Jack turns to look at you with a mischief in his eyes you can't help but reciprocate. Not at all. I like it rough. In fact, if you have a low threshold for pain, you should tell me now, because what I have planned for you is gonna hurt. I'm listening. He leans in closer and you press a gentle finger on his forehead to stop him in his tracks. Financially, that is. If we want this to go away, we're going to have to pay off the paparazzo. With what money? Mr. Deacon's voice brings you back to the present, and you clear your throat, your brain races. I'll capitalize on the buzz to get Jack some brand deals that should be enough to silence the paparazzi. Then, I'll get my nose to the grindstone, find some less squeamish venues for the tour dates.
Mr. Deacon, you can't be considering this. She's untested. Jack's practically feral.
Then let's test her. Estrella, Jack needs to knock the rust off before we send him out on tour. Book him a show. Tonight. If you can get him through it without another incident, we'll do the tours with you, as his manager. And I'll consider the optics gloves. Thank you, sir. I won't let you down. Good. Because the clock's ticking. I'll be in touch. As you and Jack slip out into the hallway, you fight back the grin on your face. I can't believe that worked. I'm going to be a tour manager. Now all I've got to do is find you a venue. I think I know the perfect spot, but getting on stage just last minute might be a tough squeeze. Think you can handle it for me? You show me the stage, and I'll get you there guaranteed. You lead Jack back to the lobby, but the second you come into view from the street, you find the legion of paparazzi waiting. Look, there he is! Jack, what happened earlier? They bang against the windows, clamoring to get in, and all at once you hear the glass give way, and watch his bodies file through the void. Oh my god. Before you can finish, Jack grabs your hand and races towards the stairs leading down to the artist's parking garage. Jack, wait. I've got to call security. No time. We need to get out of here. Now, where are you? Aha! As the voices and footsteps behind you get louder, Jack throws a leg over a brand new white motorcycle, then motions for you to do the same. Oh yes, she's sleek, quiet, fast as hell, the perfect way to evade the paparazzi. You expect me to zoom through the streets of LA on this? There isn't even anything to hold me on. And I guess you'll have to hold on to me that much tighter, unless you've got a better idea. Let's ride. You climb on behind him, and as you do, he revs up the engine, causing the bike to purr between your thighs. Alright, I'm on. Now what? Well, I suggest you hold on tight. You look around for a handhold before realizing Jack's inviting you to hold him. I could indulge him, but God, the ego on this man. Why not? Better safe than sorry. Still, you shift your hips closer and reach around his waist, grazing your fingers over his hard abs and grasping at his chest. How's that? That'll work. The rabid paparazzi rush down the stairs, expecting to have you cornered, but with a rev of the engine, Jack peels out past them. Hey, there he goes! Bye-bye! The garage doors open, and as you wave as you leave them behind, only to look back to see several of them hustle into their cars and follow. They're not giving up. We should take the back roads. And get stuck behind some grandma or trash truck? No way. Do you think taking the most congested highway in Los Angeles is any better? They are when you can do this. Without warning, he leans on the gas before weaving in and out of the bumper-to-bumper traffic. Oh my god, no, 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 no. You shift your weight to the right, forcing Jack to turn off into a side street, and he nearly avoids sideswiping a stop sign. Would you stop backseat driving? You could have killed us. Oh, I'm sorry. My life just flashed before my eyes, but turning into a school zone must have been harrowing for you. I've had things under completely controlled until you started distracting me. As Jack makes a show of checking the surrounding traffic before easing back onto the road, you get an idea. How's this for distracting? Press myself against his back. You lean forward, tightening your grip on him and pressing him firmly against your chest. Don't threaten me with a good time. Or do, up to you. You graze your lips against the shell of his ear, lowering your voice to a whisper. You think you're slick, don't you? You feel a shiver run down his spine, and a swell of confidence overtakes you. How's your focus now? A for effort, but I know how to keep my eye on the prize. Motorcycling is one of my many talents. Prove it. Fine, but remember, you asked for it. Without warning, Jack pulls back on both handles and pops a wheelie, sending all of your weight into the back tire. You cling to him tighter, but as the fear leaves you, exhilaration takes over, and you can't help but let out a whoop of excitement. This is amazing! Together, you rip through the cluttered streets on one wheel, and Jack brings the bike down hard, shooting you a grin over his shoulder. I know the feeling, it never gets old, by the way. How long have you been riding? Motorcycles have been my guilty pleasure since I was a kid. I bought my first bike the second I turned 16. 16. The bus drivers on my local route and I were on a first-name basis until I got a car like 2 years ago. Believe it or not, I remember those days too. I'm gonna go with, I don't believe it, for 500, Alex. It's true. I grew up in the back of the Yards neighborhood in Chicago. Nothing fancy. Just me and my mom. She worked 2 jobs to make ends meet, so a bike was out of question until I earned it myself. I guess I just assumed you were always rich and famous. I mean, you were in one of the best boy bands of all time. Don't tell me you were a fan. I plead the fifth. I will not be reliving my cringy, awkward phase for your enjoyment. Thank you very much. I'll take that as a yes. Jack pulls into an alley, and as he stashes the bike away, you take stock of your surroundings. I've never seen this part of LA before. It's amazing what you find when you aren't looking. You turn to face him and find him his piercing eyes fixed firmly on you. Before you can say a word, you hear voices in the distance. I saw him pull in here! He has to be around her somewhere! Quick, in here. You yank Jack into a closed doorway, grasping at his lower back and pulling him and flush against her hips. As he melts into the shadows, he puckers his lips and presses his index fingers to them. Shh. You can't help but to let your gaze linger on his mouth, hyper-aware it's only a breath away from yours. Quiet my breathing. As the paps get closer, your breaths only seem to get louder, and you bury your face in the crook of his neck to quiet the sound. In through your nose, out through your mouth. You nod and follow his instructions, drawing in slow, steady breaths, rich with his intoxicating scent. Good girl. The paparazzi heads right for the entryway, the footsteps drawing closer every second, only to stop short. We've lost him. I'm calling it a night I've had with Jack and his wild goose chases. You hear them drive off, you instinctively wrap your arms around Jack's neck. We did it. We totally fooled them. As your hand lingers at his collarbone, he lowers his gaze to meet yours. We have all night to celebrate. Right now it's time to get down to business. He gestures to the rundown dive bar behind him. This is where you want to play tonight? You can keep all the Hollywood glitz and glam. I like a place with character. Jack leads the way to the entrance, but the second the bouncer lays eyes on him, he leaps off his stool, face angry. You know better to show your face here. Whoa, there must be some sort of mistake. Do you even know who this is? You're damn right I do. That's Jack Kennedy, aka #1 on the banned from the bar list. Banned? Jack, what the hell? I thought you said you knew the perfect place. Right. I knew I was forgetting something. I haven't been allowed at this bar for like a year. Try to. Bouncer glares at him, but Jack only has eyes for you, his amused smile growing as he looks at you expectingly. That won't be a problem, will it, manager? Alright, without further ado, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description, plenty of things to check out, ways to support, whatnot. So it looks like there is a second chapter, so I will say the following. Once again, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late today, but unfortunately I have been, not feeling so well. We'll just leave it at that. Aside from that, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section, but aside from that, looks like we have another redemption case on our hands, everyone. This time we'll be redeeming not a hockey player's image, but we'll be redeeming a singer's image. Very original. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Bye.